All right, it is officially December 21st. Who knows when I'll post this video, probably about a week from now. Hopefully still in 2020, sometime in December. Anyways, we are officially leaving Amazon. We have left. We made one quick stop on the way out of town for a last shower. We got a gym membership while we were here for showers, so we didn't have to use our tiny little shower back there.
I see why van lifers do it. It's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, it's
nicest shower I've ever been in.
very practical way to get showers. We chose, let's see if I can get a look at it. We chose Planet Fitness for our gym of choice for our showers. They actually had really nice clean showers.
Really nice showers.
A couple different facilities. They're all over Phoenix, so it worked out. But canceled our membership just now. Took one final shower, and yeah, we're headed out of town. We're gonna make a couple grocery shopping stops on the way out, and then I don't know if we'll end up at a Walmart or a boondocking spot somewhere in the desert tonight. But yeah, we'll see.
It's weird how after like being settled for so long, you actually start to miss sleeping at a Walmart. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, sleeping at a Walmart tonight actually sounds shockingly appealing. So we'll see what we end up doing. We'll keep you guys updated. We're showered, gonna go shop, and see you in a little bit. All right, well, we did end up at a Walmart, if you could see over there.
Wally World.
Wally World. So we stayed at a Walmart in Buckeye, Arizona last night. It's kind of just on the southwest corner of Phoenix. Today, we're about to roll out. It's the next morning already, and we are gonna go to a place called Saddle Mountain, and it's a little spot in the desert. It's kind of between here and Quartzsite. Yeah, we're heading in the general direction of Quartzsite for all the festivities that happen in early January there.
Yeah, unfortunately we missed it last year because we had to work in Tennessee, but this year we were so close that we were like, how do we miss it?
Yeah, so we are heading that way. Gonna make a couple stops on the way, or at least one. We're gonna stop at Saddle Mountain. Looks like a cool spot. There's some nice BLM camping. It's a small mountain. Can't really tell how tall it is, maybe 1,000 feet. And there's a little hiking trail there. Probably go do that and spend at least one night there. So we're gonna head out that way, and let's see if there's some cool stuff out there. All right, we made it out here to Saddle Mountain. Found a level enough campsite here. Slightly high in the back, but if we're gonna be off in any direction, that is the direction to be off. Looks like a pretty neat spot out here. I think there's a hike up to the top of Saddle Mountain, which is right behind us here. And looks like a hell of a spot. Good solar, very nice, and not a bad first boondocking spot after no free camping for a long time. So we're excited. We're gonna settle in and then maybe go for a little hike on this mountain later. Should be fun. Ashley, how do you like it?
Not bad.
Not a bad spot?
Get a stretch.
Looks good. I'm excited to be back to the free camping. So much better than the trailer park we're coming from. How's it going, bud? Happy to be out in the wild. Buddy, come here, you little coyote. Oh yeah. All right, it is time to attempt this Saddle Mountain hike. You can see Saddle Mountain behind us over here. It's pretty big. It's about a 1,500 foot elevation change, and it's really, really rough terrain. So we're going for it. It's a little windy here. I don't know if you could hear the wind in the microphone or not, but got a couple stories to tell you also. One, I want to mention about, just briefly about Amazon. Maybe we'll do a separate video with detail, but tell you a little bit more about what we just finished up at Amazon, and then tell you about flying the drone yesterday. I hope it's not too windy here. But yeah, I think I'll probably put the drone shots in right before talking to you here. Wow, it's windy. So, had a little drone incident that I'll tell you about once we get out of the wind here, but let's start heading up this hill. This hike is crazy steep so far. It's up at more than a 45-degree angle here. But we'll get up onto this first ledge and hopefully get out of a little bit of the wind. Well, this seems like as good a place as any for getting out of the wind. So Ashley, you want to tell them about Amazon?
What about it?
I don't know. Real quick. 20-second description of your time at Amazon.
So last year we have a video on what we did, and this year was a little different. Last year we were called pickers, and this year we were called ICQA, which basically is like inventory. You go around the warehouse and count the stuff in the bins, and that's what you did for 10 hours a day.
Yeah, so we worked temporarily 3 months inventorying an Amazon warehouse, and maybe we'll tell you more about that later, but gave us some money, recharged our funds, and now we're back on the road. For the drone story though, the more interesting one, got the drone up in the air yesterday, flew it around here, and I crashed it for the very first time. It was pretty rough, pretty scary, and it took a good rock climb to recover it. Unfortunately, I didn't film the recovery mission because I was very stressed out trying to find it before the battery on it died. But luckily, I was recording when it crashed, so I'll show you that. And I can tell you basically the story of what happened. You could see in the drone footage, I was trying to fly around like through these two big rock pilings on these mountains back here behind the RV. And if you know anything about drones, at least the DJI drones and a lot of the nicer drones, they have a feature on it where it's like called return to home. So if the drone loses signal, it automatically flies back to you. And if you were smart, there's a feature where you set the height on the drone, so when it returns to home, it rises above any nearby obstacles. Unfortunately, I didn't do that properly, so my drone lost signal. I flew on the other side of a rock. It lost signal, tried to return to home, and you could see it returned to home and flew directly into a rock because there was a rock between where the drone was and where its home point was at the RV. Yeah, so unfortunately, it's pretty frustrating to watch the footage back. you'll see. The drone basically, I'm flying around the rock. You can see it loses signal. It just stops right in one place, chills there for a minute, waits, I think it's about 10 seconds after it loses signal, decides to fly back to home. And it was just far enough away from this rock face of the mountain that it basically picked up to full speed and flew straight into the side of the mountain. And it got stuck way up on a ledge that was pretty hard to recover, actually. But luckily, I did find it, and it had shockingly minimal damage. It's pretty dented and scratched up, but the camera didn't break, and none of the arms on the drone actually snapped off, luckily. All the propellers were messed up, so I put on a full new set of propellers, which luckily I already had spare, and it flies again already. It's a lot uglier. It's scratched and dented now, but it's fully functional. So I'm thrilled about that. I really can't complain.
Woo.
And yeah, after seeing what the accident looked like on video, very impressed that it didn't have more damage. So anyways, back to the hike now. We are about a third of a mile in and about 300 feet up so far. So we're gonna keep on moving, hop back into the wind here and continue this hike. We've got a far way to go. You could look over in front of us here. And yeah, there's a lot of the way up to go. This is called Saddle Mountain. One of these dips here is supposed to look like a saddle. I'm not sure which one is technically the saddle of Saddle Mountain. I want to say it's around...
Is this what the one that is a saddle?
Yeah, I want to say it's like the middle of the screen, roughly. One of those dips is supposed to be like the saddle of Saddle Mountain. But that is another few hundred feet up. So we're going to continue here. And yeah, we'll keep filming and show you some more of the nice views. All right, and just a few seconds after turned off the camera there, this is the rock that the drone was stuck on. You can see the RV is right down there. I don't know if you could see it, but it is. RV's right in there. And then this is the peak that the drone was stuck on. It was, I mean, it's hard to remember exactly, but it was on a ledge somewhere roughly around the middle there. So it was a tough recovery. Luckily, I did get it back, like I said, but yeah, hopefully that was the last crash the drone will ever have, but I doubt it. So that's why I'm gonna buy some new replacement propellers, so I'm ready for next time. And yeah, hopefully my luck with the next crash, if there is one, is just as good as the first one, because man, it is really not damaged. So yeah, let's keep going up. From up here, you get a pretty awesome view of what the Saddle Mountain BLM camping area is like. It starts all the way over here. It's all this land area. Down there you can see little winding roads, and we are roughly right behind those pointy rocks right there. You can't see us right now, but I don't know if you could see on camera, but if you look out this way, there's just a ton of campers out there. There's probably 20, 25 other campers in this whole area, but it's so big that you're hundreds of yards away from the nearest person. So it's an awesome, awesome place to camp.
So this lady we ran into yesterday who came to visit our campsite told us that a lot of people come here and they go hunting for stones.
Yeah, she called them rock hounds.
Is this what
I
she
think
called
that's
them?
the term. Yeah.
Actually, it took me a second to realize what she was talking about. Like, what? And then, so if you're walking, you actually do find a couple of things. Like we found a couple of these. How cool they are. I think that's cool.
Yeah, some kind of crystally rock or something. I don't know my rocks very well, but they are pretty.
So, we saw a couple other kinds too. It's pretty fun. Fun hobby. That's what you're into.
I could get into it, but...
You think so? I don't know.
Yeah, I think I could get into it.
Yeah.
Anyways, we are about, honestly, probably not even halfway up yet, but we're getting pretty close to what looks like the highest peak behind me here. And if we can find a path to the top, we're gonna climb it. So we're just gonna basically go until we hit a vertical wall or get to the top. So let's keep moving up here. It's a very pretty hike. Difficult though because it's extremely steep and there are a lot of really loose rocks that you slip on just about constantly. Also, if you noticed, Buddy is testing his new hiking backpack. There's nothing in it. He's just getting used to it. But he looks pretty cute in his little red backpack. Check him out. Hey, Bud. Bud, your backpack looks good. Yeah. How do you like it? Very nice. Whew. Oh, so steep. Looks like we might be getting to a section that's difficult to pass here. Look behind us here. We just got to this vertical wall, and we're gonna try to go around it, but we came up that way, and there's no way we can go farther here without rock climbing, which we're not gonna do. Maybe we can go down and around this way, but it's also worth mentioning that if you come to Saddle Mountain, that's the actual hiking trail right there. We just chose not to do it because this looked more exciting and that looked more like a road than a hiking trail. So we tried to take the exciting way up. It might have screwed us here because that's pretty hard to get up. So we're gonna attempt to go around. Let's see. See if we can find another way. What is it, Bud? Reverse. All right, let's keep going. Well, in the process of making our own trail, we came to one very difficult spot to pass here. We're gonna go down a different way than we came up. We're gonna get through here. If you could see Ashley up there behind me, there's like this cliff down through this dead cactus here. And then should be a pretty smooth climb down that hill. But first, we gotta get through and figure out how to get Buddy through. So we're gonna work on that real quick. Just one more big downhill, then we're home free. How you feeling, Ashley?
Great.
Great, I'll take it. Nice views up here though. We should make it back just before sunset. We're trying to get into this valley here, and then we should be able to hike an easy trail through the valley all the way back. Well, we made it down the mountain, or at least down to the easy part of the trail. We're actually on an established hiking trail right now where we weren't all day up until right now. So yeah, we definitely didn't do the trail that you're supposed to do when you come here to Saddle Mountain. But honestly, I think ours was a lot more fun because we got up close and personal with that whole ridge behind us. I mean, we came, let's see, oh, I'm all turned around here.
It was pretty rough.
We came all through there and then down this way. Whereas if you took this hiking trail, you don't really get up into those ridges that are back behind me. The actual hiking trail, I'll show you in front of me here. It's like, it follows this path here, and it looks like maybe you can go a smooth path up into those hills, and then you can get like part of the way up here. Like I think you can get to possibly that ridge right there, and then you can't get through the dip in the middle there. So yeah, the hiking trail that it wants you to do here, or that most people do, it's a beautiful, beautiful trail, but you don't really get up into the mountains. So I don't know. I'm sure they'd both be a lot of fun. But we ended up doing more of the rock climb side, and now we're taking the actual smoother trail out of here. And yeah, this is an awesome, awesome BLM camping spot. We're gonna end up doing 2 nights here. Enjoyed one thoroughly, hiked today, then we'll be rolling out tomorrow and heading towards Quartzsite. What do you think? Should we close out the video here? Yeah, I guess we'll wrap that one up here and make heading into Quartzsite its own video. Make this like the Saddle Mountain BLM video, the official "we're not working for Amazon and we're now back on the road" free camping video. All right, I guess that'll be all for this one. Ashley, you want to say bye?
Did you tell them that we were going to make a separate video about Amazon?
I said maybe. I don't know if we're going to do that for sure, but we'll probably make something simple explaining, you know, how long we were there, how much we made, the basics of
what it's like during COVID. Definitely different.
oh yeah, different experience, but save that for another video.
Yeah. So
Come on, get Saddle Mountain impression. What do you got?
I really like it here. It's really nice. I love campsites that include like a hiking trail right behind it, because then there's something to do and things to explore instead of just sitting in your camper the whole time you're boondocking.
Yeah.
And it was nice to get out and hike after 3 months. And I think Buddy needs it the most because he has slowed down.
Yeah, he's a little out of shape, noticeably.
And, yeah, he's gained some weight, so I think it was good for all of us.
Yeah, so catch up with you down the road in Quartzsite. See you next time.